Hello everyone. So today I will be presenting my project, the polling API system. So let's go to the project overview and see how we can run the API using Postman. So first, let's discuss the folder structure. So we have a config folder here that contains configuration files for various settings. So in this folder we have this db.js, which establishes the connection to the database using Mongoose. So this file is placed here to keep the database configuration separately. So moving on, we have the controllers folder. It contains controller files for different entities. For example, we have a home controller for which handles requests related to homepage. It has a HTML templates or and logic for rendering the homepage. So and we also have this option controller.js and question controller.js that handle operations related to the options and questions respectively. So this controllers contains the functions to perform actions such as creating questions, adding options, deleting questions, deleting options, and retrieving questions with their options. So next we have model folder. So here we have defined the schema and the model files for our entity. We have question.js that defines the schema and model for the question entity. It includes the properties like title, options, and total votes. And we have this option.js that defines the schema and the model for opinion entity, including properties like title, including properties like this text, votes, link to vote, and question. So moving on, we have routes. It contains a route file that defines the API endpoints for different operations. We have index.js that defines a base route and returns a greeting message for the polling system. So question.js defines the routes for questions related operation such as creating questions, adding options, deleting questions, and retrieving questions with their options. Similarly, option.js defines the routes for option related operations such as deleting options and adding votes. So next, now let's talk about the entry point of our application, the index.js file. So this file sets up the Express server, establishes the database connection using the configuration from the db.js, and defines the middleware express.json and express.url encoded, and includes a routes file for handling different API endpoints. So now we have covered the folder structure and the file placement. Now let's move on to using Postman to interact with our API. So I have hosted my website using Render, and this is my live website. So now first open Postman on your machine. Make sure you have the latest version installed. Now let's navigate to the polling system website. So here are the endpoints. So I have already made a collection for each endpoints. So to create a question, as you can see here, question, create question, and now let's create a question here. Okay, let's try to send this question to the request. Okay, our question is created. Then to this view this question, what you will do? What you will do? So we have get HTTP verb question and slash ID. From where will they get that ID? Here. Here is the ID of this question. Copy this, and here you can do questions slash the ID. So here is our question. So now let's try adding the options to this question. To do that, what we have in our endpoint, we have option as a question, the ID of the question, and options. Let's create. Okay. So we have already in my collection. And I just we have to put the ID here, ID of the question here. Okay. Let's see. Yes. Okay. Sorry, I think I copied the wrong ID. Okay, again. Let's write this text. This universe infinite. Okay. Let's try to see. Okay, so finally our option is created here. Let's add one more option. Infinite and infinite. Okay. So suppose I want to add a vote to the one of the options. So to do that, I've already put this add vote, and we have to put the ID of that option. So what was the ID of the option? Infinite. So ID of this option was this. Let's copy this. Okay. Now let's paste the ID here. Okay. So vote has been added successfully. So let's see here. Let's refresh. Okay, the votes has been added successfully. So now, if we want to delete this question, it will be not possible to delete this question since one of its option has a vote. So then let's try that. Try to delete it. So we need that. ID of that question. So we're from the ID of the question is here. Okay, let's copy once more. This ID of the question. Let's try to delete that question. Delete this question. So message it can cannot delete. At least one of the options has both, so it is unable to delete this question. So now let's create another question. Uh, okay, our question is successfully created, and this is the ID of the question. Let's copy this and try to delete this question and see if I'm able to delete this or not. It's the ID here. Okay, it's a question and associated options deleted successfully. So it is properly running. So that's it. That's all from my side. And you can see all the collection of the endpoints here. Similarly, delete you can delete options with this, and you can view a particular question with a particular ID. Suppose the question that we have put it here, does it deleted just now? Let's see if this question exists or not. It should say question not found. Yes, okay. Since the question is deleted, it's showing question not found. Okay, thank you.